Welcome back to Guitalele tutorials. Today we are going to know about air changes. A disclaimer though, even after nearly 2 years of practice with ukulele and guitalele at the time of recording, I am not an expert on this and still trying to achieve perfection here. So don't worry if you can't do it. You might question why I brought reference to ukulele. Down the line, I'll tell you why. For now, just know that some chords are exactly same way played in ukulele and guitalele. If you don't know what I mean by air changes, it's basically forming the chord shape in air. For example, changing from C to F, a fairly common change. What we do now is lift your fingers at once and place one by one. 1, 2, 3. That's fine. That's what we are looking for at this stage. But to speed up, we need to find a way where all the fingers go at once, like we lift them at once. Something like this. So this is our C chord. Now we want to go to F. So what we do is we make the shape on air and all our fingers go almost in the same or almost in the exact fret on the exact string. So that's what is an air change. There is no pressure to do everything right now, but take any pair of chords and try to make air changes possible for that pair of chord. Instead of going like 1, 2, 3 or 1, 2, 3, what we are doing is making the shape in the air and placing them at once. So this was our C chord and we made the shape of F and we do the placement of the fingers. Let's check another common chord progression, C to G and G to C. This is our G major chord, right? And this is our C major chord, right? So what we are trying to do is from G major, let's say I want to go to C major. What I am doing is I am lifting all the three fingers and making the shape, right? And placing on the strings, right? See, the fingers didn't go on the exact strings. Like if I show you now all the strings, I mean particularly this one, I mean it's not into the exact spot, it's a little behind. So I can either, I mean let me play it. So this is how I got the sound, but yeah, I have to press a little harder. The exact point should be into this, right? And my fingers was something like in the behind, some quarter centimeter behind, something like that, right? So yeah, other two fingers were almost on the spot. Other two fingers I didn't change, only the first finger didn't cooperate that much. So yeah, that's it. Now coming back to G, right? So I lift off all the three fingers, I make the change in the air, right? So this is almost our G major chord, right? So if I now place the strings, place the fingers on the strings, see. So this is what I got and this is what I place on the strings, right? I have not pressed yet. Okay, now I have to press them. So here also the first finger a little bit, I have to slide back to the fret, near the fret, and that's how I got G major, right? Okay, let's take another one, D major to G major, right? So this is my D major chord, right? So this D major chord to G major chord, there are two ways to go on to this, right? One is, so you remember that we have this anchor finger placements here, right? So we can do this two way. So we can keep the anchor finger on in place and then change the shape in the air and then it goes, right? So something like this, or we can lift all three fingers and make the shape on the air and place the fingers on the string. Coming back, So I'm leaving the anchor finger on the spot here. Now G, lift off all the fingers. This is a little difficult for me because I haven't practiced it that much. I still use the anchor finger and the air changes, right, to make things on fast. But yeah, that's also what you can do. The idea here is to aspire to these changes. This should not block you from progressing. These are just changes that you try to incorporate with maybe chord changes in a minute program. Try with the pair of chords that you are already comfortable with, like D to G or D to A, because your brain already knows where your fingers should go. Hope this lesson makes your chord changes faster in the long run.